and welcome to the final video for the Fellbats conversion tutorial. In this video we're going to be sculpting the fur of the Fellbats. The list on screen are all the things that you will need. With that said, let's begin. So first we're going to mix some green stuff. Make sure that there are no streaks when you've mixed it, that way it will cure and not go soft in certain places. The first thing we're going to do is roll the green stuff between fingers and start sticking it to the Fellbat's body. Then we're going to use a sculpting tool to start pressing in the impressions of fur shapes into the green stuff. You'll also note that I'm using a little bit of Vaseline on my tools. The reason for this is it acts as a bit of lubrication. You only need a thin skin of this on your tools, otherwise you'll render your tools useless when working on the green stuff. Some people like to use water to lubricate their tools, but that doesn't work very well. And other people like to use saliva, which I think is pretty gross, so just use some Vaseline, it's cheap enough. As you can see, using the blade of my sculpting tool, I'm just pushing the green stuff into the grooves of the fur on the Fellbat. This will allow it to blend in with the model and look seamless. Now I'm just using a colour shaper to soften the fur so that it looks a bit more natural on the model. The good thing about the colour shaper is it's soft. It's also made of silicone, so you can use it straight away on the green stuff and not have to worry about it sticking. Using the flat round end of the tool, I'm going to start just defining the fur and giving some shape and body to it so that it looks a bit more natural and blends into the rest of the model. Like I've said in previous videos, you need to keep working the green stuff as it's curing. That way you can add the definition to it and make it look more finished than it would if you were to just leave it while it's soft. Now we need to fill up those unsightly holes behind the ears, and it's more or less the same process as I did for carving the fur on the chest. Just push the green stuff in and shape it to the way the fur is flowing to keep it natural. And we're just going to blend the ears into the rest of the body so that they don't look like they're a separate piece of plastic glued onto it. It actually blends and flows into the model. When you're doing any kind of conversion, you have to take into account the little details. If you don't, then the model will look awkward, it'll look unnatural, and it'll just look wrong. So pay attention to the little details. And as you can see now, I'm using the ballpoint embossing tool to just planish out and smooth out the green stuff. Because it's flesh, you make it look a bit more natural using the rounded end of the tool. So just take your time with that, smooth it out and planish it, and it'll look right when you're finished. And now just to add some fur to the front of the ears, just to do the final blend in so that it looks like they're part of the model. And just follow the contours of the fur, make sure that you can get the green stuff into the eye socket ever so slightly so that it blends the model in so that it all looks like one piece. Now we're going to put this guy on his base. So using a pin vise, this is a Games Workshop one, just get the drill bit that corresponds with the size of the flight base stem, drill into the part of the bat that you want it to stick to, whichever way you want that to be, whether it looks like it's swooping or diving or turning, and just pin it to the base that way. So this is what he looks like when he's finished. As you can see, I've primed him and he's ready for paint. Looks really good. I'm very happy with this model, and I hope that these have inspired you to make your own Fellbat creations. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you want to see some more videos, please check out my channel. And I'll see you in the next one.